Hey guys, Josh here. So with 11.2, there's going to be a new reputation called the Crash Trust, and this is the Renown guide for that reputation. So it's going to be in 11.2, and we're going to go through how to grind it and what to expect week 1, and what important choke points to get critical power for the player, items in particular. First things first, the first thing you can do before you can prepare for the patch is that make sure you have a max level Tailor, Alchemist, Inscription. Basically, at Renown 5, there are recipes for all these professions, and you need to make sure you have Artisan Acuity available. You need 600 for tailoring for all 4, you need 300 for inscriptioning for the Vantis and the contract, and you need 300 for alchemy for both the mana and the healing potions. For the materials as well, you want to grind some of the materials as well. If you're doing alchemy, you want to get the microbloom, lure drop, Orbinid. If you want to do the inscriptions, you need to get Apricot ink as well as the Shadow ink as well for the contract and Vantis. And for the tailors, you want to get a lot of gleaming shards and exquisite weaver cloth bolts for all the recipes and all the threads. Also, the Dark Moon Fair starts this weekend as well, which gives a 10% reputation buff. You definitely want to get as many of these hats and the reputation buff as you can before Tuesday. Because the main thing you need to have is like a lot of 10% rep items to make sure every single rep header that you get is increased by 10%. Next thing is you want to turn on the map filter, the local stories to find side quests. And last thing is you want to get rare scanner top add-ons so you can track where all the lore objectives are or rares or anything like that. And it makes it a lot easier for yourself. Now, what does the Renown unlock? So Renowns have various cosmetics and other things like that you can unlock. And these are the important, points that for big unlocks in particular. So for Renown 5, we got Warrants being unlocked, which gives you an extra 400 rep. Renown 5, which is a big one, which unlocks the best friend for the cloak, which you get later down the track. The upgraded healing potion and mana potions, Vantis Roads, and contracts. And at Renown 7, which will be most likely the maximum you'll hit in week 1, you get a veteran chest. So if you do need a chest upgrade or a chest is pretty good for you, you can grab that pretty early. Later on, you can get the Orpiment Room, which is infinite, at Renown 18, which I haven't listed here, but just imagine it's there. Renown 16 for the champion braces, and also at the max Renown you get the Rune Crest, and basically the later Renowns at this point it really doesn't matter for you at all. Now how do you get Renown? You've got basically quests, campaign quests, so you can see there, you got a few quests here, which is just during a new campaign, you get 2k rep, there's about 4 of them. We expect this week to get end of chapter 4, which means we get 6k rep deal, because you get basically free campaign quest, which is my part of the deal, the Tavika, and that's a wrap. That gives you 6k. Then you got the side quests as well, which is, as you can see there, all those names in particular. These are from the Sojourner achievement. I do list down which quests and where they are. The local stories quest will make it visible to you. The next one is the dungeon quest. So the dungeon quest, so as per usual, like the same one with Undermine, you get that dungeon quest in Dornagol. You can do that, get 1.5k reputation. Now, there's a chance on a Bountiful Delve opening that you can get a reputation for Crash Trust. However, people have suggested there may not be no Bountiful Delves on the first week, which means you may not be able to get that rep bonus because there'll be no Bountiful Delves to do, and you get no rep bonus at all. However, to counterpoint this as well, the Cartels of Undermine, you could have got the reputation for a Bountiful Delve. In fact, I did get one and showed it off in a short previously as well. Next up is World Quests. All World Quests give 50 rep by default. Some World Quests have 150 token as well, so you get 200 instead. I recommend not to do these until you get contracts, because once you get a contract, you can get 50 extra rep on top. There are also weekly quests, such as Just a Phase, and also there's free 300 rep quests from the OASIS. And also there's the weekly assignment, which gives 150 as well. And also there's a warrant that gives 400 rep. These are the weekly quests. The assignment I wouldn't recommend doing until you've got the contract, because that also counts as a contract quest as well. There's also killing rare mobs as well, and these are now weekly resets rather than daily resets. So if you remember back in Undermine, like if you killed a rage, say you got 15 rep. However, now these are weekly resets rather than daily resets, and also some rares that only give it once. Last but not least is finding lore books, and now compared to Undermine, essentially you can find lore books. Every single lore book that you get gives you 250 reputation, and there are 10 of those lore books. One of the main changes from Undermine, finding lore books gives rep, didn't give any rep in Undermine. Rares are now a weekly reset with 2 rares that only give things once, which is Maiekta and Heka'tamos, who only providing 15 rep once. For skinners, if you watch my skinning guide, the daily resets still exist, so you can kill these rares every day and get skinning mats. Bountiful Delves may not be available in the first week. I did remember previously it was. And there's no dungeon quest for Ecodome like there was with Floodgate. So if you remember, you got the Cartels rep with Floodgate. There's no such thing in this one. Now, how much rep can we get week 1? So you can get up to Renown 7 in week 1. Okay, with no buffs, anything in particular, as you can see there. No buffs, no 10%. You kill all the rares, grab all the lore books, do the dungeon quest, do the reps and assignment. Assuming that there's one quest that gives 150 rep, you'll get enough to get Renown 7. If you get more, great. Doesn't really matter, but Renown 7 is the goal that you're going to be aiming for this reset. So don't try to go for anything that's beyond Renown 8 or 9, depending on how your 10% goes. Just be aware of that as well. It's just give you nice expectations. So yes, you will get Renown 5 in the first week. Now, campaign quest is pretty easy. Just follow the campaign quest, literally. And basically, you can stop doing the campaign quest as soon as you finish That's a Wrap. Because you can't complete the next quest, which is 4 Dimensions, into week 2. You can start the Oasis quest as well to get the weekly Oasis quests. So you want to do these campaign quests first before doing anything else. The reason why this is very important is because you get phase diving during the campaign. And most of these things and side quests and things you have to do to get rep, you have to do while phase dived, which means, you need this right away. Just quickly zerg through it. It's pretty easy. Next up is side quests. As you can see here, I've told you to turn on the local stories. Make sure that's on so you can see the side quests. This makes the quests appear on your map. And I've given you the side quests and exclamation marks of ones which give you reputation. So Overwhelm Them, Applied Mixology, Bridge to Nowhere / Clearing the Dunes, A Common Cause, A Lucrative Opportunity, Chipping the Void, Give Me Fuel, Stranger on the Steps, an Outcast Request, and those we have left to save. All of those quests give reputation. So you want to complete those initial quests and complete the chain, and you eventually get reputation. Next up is the rares. So rares are different, as I said before. These are the one-off rares, so Maiekta and Heka'tamos. So Maiekta, what you have to do is at 54, 58, there's a bunch of mobs, and then stuff starts rumbling. You want to kill those mobs and keep jumping until Maiekta spawns. Heka'tamos is unfazed. Basically, there's 4 flowers around the Oasis dome. Once you get all of them, you can go interact with a flame in the center and spawn Heka'tamos. The things are located in your map, and they should be relatively easy to grab. You need to grab all 4 and have all 4 at the same time. Now, the weekly rares are different. So there's 4 Devourer attacks, and they have a 30-minute cooldown on each zone. You want to participate in each one. As soon as you get to the King Devourer or the Rare Devourer, he drops 15 rep as well. So, and the attacks happen between the Atrium, the Oasis, the Ecodome Primus, and tazavesh. So with the order, it starts as the Oasis first, and goes to the Primus, goes to the Atrium, then goes to tazavesh. And it recycles in that cycle every 30 minutes from when the big boss dies. Now, next up, we've got Chowder. He's unfazed. As you can see here, a lot of the rares are phased, and I've listed which ones have patterned around or not. Now, I'll go through this quickly as well. Sthraabs, as you can see, a lot of these are phased, and I've listed the chords here as well. Put the chords in the description as well to make it a lot easier for you guys as well. Here's a map of where all the rares are, so they should be relatively easy to get. I've listed one twice for all the Devourers and one for tazavesh. I didn't get to test where the tazavesh Devourers are going to be. But as you can see there, you can see all the rares, pretty easy to spot. Always remember, just check if you need to be phased or not with the rares. Next one is the lore objectives. And with the lore objectives, there's some that have to be phased and some that haven't been phased. As you can see here, you can see the list. The list will be published in the YouTube description as well. And you can see here on the map where all these objectives are. And you'll be spending a lot of your time in tazavesh anyway. I'm just going to assume that now. Last but not least, are Warrants. So with Warrants, you get a quest on the board near Constable Sthraabs. We're in tazavesh. You need to be Renown 3. You get quests to get free objects, and to get those free objects, you get mini quests, which you got, basically is a quest within a quest. Once you get the Lord of Rare Mob, that Warrants quest spawns, and you can kill it. This gets 15 rep as well, and there's also a weekly reset. So you get 400 rep and 15 rep, and this is considered to be the 20th rare that I was talking about. If you multiply my rares, that you divide as 20 rares per week. Now, what is the most optimal route is, first of all, make sure you got Darkmoon Fair buff and all those hats, to make sure that you always have the rep bonus. Spam campaign quests until you finish That's a Wrap. Kill any rare quests you accompany or see along the way. Complete the dungeon quest, complete all the side quests, complete all the lore objectives. You can do this in any order, basically. Just make sure you hit Renown 5 before you do any world quests, okay? Make sure you hit Renown 5 before doing any world quests, otherwise it's just a waste of time. Basically, all of this should get you Renown 5, and then you can get the contracts, make your own contract, and it's basically make sure all the rares are killed, all the world quests are done, especially around Kazalgar, and make sure you do the weekly Oasis and Just a Phase quests. If you've done everything with the DMF buff, you'll be Renown 8. If you haven't, you'll be Renown 7. Last but not least, what do I do after this? Okay, you've done the reputation, what do I do? So get your delve difficulty up as high as you can, 11 if possible, so you have the max, you can get gilded right away. Do your mythic zeros, which is a weekly reset with the same armor type, so if you're leather, go with a leather group. So basically what's released is Dawnbreaker, Arakara, Priory, Floodgate, Ecodome, Halls of Atonement, and Tazavesh. And last but not least, make sure you complete your pinnacle weeklies. So you can do this by farming your world quest with your contract active as well. So like going into Undermine, you can do all the other stuff with your contract active. And also you can probably do the other pinnacle quests as well, such as the Flame in Hallowfall, and also the Arcajet one with the Pact buff as well. With this one, this patch overall is a bit different. There's a lot of different guards and conflicting information, but this is all the stuff I've tested online on PTR, so I can definitely verify that all these reps and all these things are 100% correct. And last but not least, guys, have fun. As soon as week 2 hits, basically this rep probably means nothing. As long as you do your weekly content, you'll eventually get your unlimited orbit room. Anyways, guys, have fun. If you got any questions, leave it in the comments below, and I'll answer them as best I can, as I do have my notifications on. And yeah, hope you guys have a lovely day.